my latest frame design. This finish, which I think actually looks really super cool, was so much easier to do than pretty much anything else. I might stick with it. Okay, I guess I should be filming more of this, since I did show the original bending of this frame in the last video, but or a previous one anyway. I'm not sure what order I'm releasing these in, but here's kind of the finish I'm experimenting with this time, which is kind of a rough tooled finish that I think looks really cool, especially in the light. Oops, different you know, textures and different angles from the light. And I've been working this reed, so I went with the 10. I wanted a stiffer one this time. I went with the 1095 25 thou, was it? Yes, I went with the 1095 25 thou this time, which is the stiffest, thickest one that he gave me. And the reason why I went with that is because I found that this frame is maybe a bit long, and I don't want it to be too bassy. So I was hoping that the tone would be a little higher with this one. So anyway, here's the reed. You can see that I've sharpened the edges right in the playing area, both sides, like a knife. And, excuse me, but I am going to mount it like such. Come on, light. There we go. So right now I'm just going to bend the frame in a little bit, and then I'm going to start cutting in the channel. And one thing that I'm a little concerned about, but I'm going to go with it anyway, is that I did shave it down a little too far. I mixed up my marks when I was grinding it down, and I wanted the flat part of the reed to be in the channel. But I like the tone that I'm getting off of this. If I kind of just pinch it there, and then, whoops. So I kind of want to leave it at that length. So anyway, we'll see. I am going to, yep, like I said, carry on. Bend this in a bit, start cutting in the reed channel, hopefully do the crimp and some final adjustments, and then we'll see if we've got something that might sound like something. Whoops. Yeah. Nice. A little bit of adjustment is going to be needed, but those are going to be fairly tight gaps, I think. Cool. Okay, crimp time. I'm going to try doing this without making a relief cut, which is normally just a small slice onto the side of the excuse me, the reed channel. But I noticed on the last one that I did, it didn't seem like it that made any difference. So I just want to see if this is going to work without actually doing it, because I think it'll look better without it. So we'll see. This may pop out. Also, I did file it a little bigger than I intended, so the reed isn't quite sitting in there snug at the moment, but I don't want to go in much further. So let's see what happens. Ooh, gotta be careful. Okay, I feel like it's working pretty good so far. Okay, so I'm going to do the relief cut. I'm just not going to go... Sorry, that was dumb. I'm just going to go not quite as deep. Let's see how that works out. Okay, let's try this again. Again, the reed is sitting a bit loose, but I don't want to go in much further than where it is. I have been able to crimp before without it being totally tight, so I'm not that worried. Come on. Ooh. Now we're getting somewhere though. I'm off to one side. Good and flat though, I like that. Okay. With a slightly smaller punch. Okay, sorry about that. I had to go pick up my daughter from gymnastics. So I'm kicked off to one side here. See if I can correct that by kind of hopefully smashing it down in the one direction here. Let's see. Yeah, I lined it a little bit better. Okay. Let's try one straight down. Not bad. Not bad. Looks like I might have to bend the frame up a little bit. Let's see if you can see that. I think we're pretty good. I'm just going to make sure it's nice and tight, and then I'll line the arms up. Then we'll be ready to do the trigger. Okay, I have crimped the reed, cleaned things up a little bit. Sorry if it's not in focus very well. And I've got things pretty much aligned, and I'm for the most part very happy with this. Might need a little bit more adjustment once I bend the trigger, but overall I did a much better job. Things are more aligned. I think it looks nice. The finish I went with was much more forgiving for covering up tooling marks. Yeah, one thing I'm not happy with is my crimp. And you can see on the one side, a piece of the metal actually broke off, but it does seem to be pretty stable. And, you know, it's vibrating pretty good. And I haven't even bent the trigger yet, but we're getting kind of sound out of it already. So without further ado, I will set up and we are going to bend this trigger and see how she sounds. Okay, here we go. Hopefully this is a good angle. This might not be too bad. I might like this. A little bit of a forward lean to it. Small, nice teardrop shape, good angle, I think. Let it cool down, we'll see. But a little shaky. I'm always kind of nervous. I don't want to ever screw it up, so gotta get more confidence. I think I might just have to bend the one arm out just a little tiny bit, which I will do first, I think. Okay, I don't want to put any more tooling marks into this, so I'm just going to try and tap it over with this hammer and punch a little bit. I just needed enough to stop it from clanking. The gaps are as good as they're going to get. They're not perfect. Well, not bad. Let's get an ear on it first before I make more adjustments. Okay, here it is. First time hearing it. I think I did all right on this one. Nice. I think I'll maybe do a couple little tweaks and then we'll see. No draw start. I kind of wanted a higher tone. I think I might tighten up that trigger a little bit. We'll see. Okay, I decided to clip and redo the trigger. I wanted to raise the tone a bit. It was a little too bassy for me. So, let's hear how it now sounds. This is definitely the nicest sounding one that I've made to date. Gaps are probably the best, though still not perfect. The one I can always get one that's lined up pretty good. The other one, not so much. Let's hear some muting. I'm gonna have fun breaking this one in. Time to oil it. Okay, I filmed that last segment like a short for some reason. I was on the clock for a minute, but I realized that I'm actually filming this for a long video. So anyway, I don't know why I was in a rush there, but I am extremely happy with this so far. Even the trigger so far feels pretty good. Yeah, I think I'll try this out for a bit. I'll just, I always like to smooth out the trigger just so it flows off the fingers a little bit. But yeah, let's do this, get some oil on it. Excuse me, and then it's time to break it in. We'll play around with this guy a little bit, but I am a very happy camper. Again, not happy with the crimp, but overall, literally just finished this. I can't believe it sounds that good already. I'm happy. Looking forward to breaking it in. All right, a little bit of time has passed, and I've gotten busy on a couple of other things. Like I've retuned this harp into just something that I'm astounded I can't believe I made. This is exactly the sound I've been looking for. So I'm very happy with that. And I've also been working on another special harp for a friend of mine. I've decided that this one's going to be called Arctic Thunder. So, excuse me, in the meantime of all that, I decided that I wanted to just bring the tone up slightly on this guy. And I did that by narrowing the trigger. I took it to the grinding wheel, just narrowed it a bit. No other adjustments other than that. So I've decided I'm going to leave the gaps as they are. Not perfect, a little bit of misalignment, but for the harp sounds really good as it is. And I'm still worried about the crimp with the piece that fell off. I don't want to screw with this anymore, so that's why I don't want to adjust the arms. So I'm going to leave it as is, but I did narrow the trigger to raise the tone up a little bit, and here's how she sounds. And I've decided that the name of this series is going to be Flux, as in magnetic flux. I don't know if anybody's picked up on this, but all my harps have morphed from a railway locomotive type theme to electromagnetics. And this is the Flux.